forgot the button. Yep, I forgot it. I'm sorry, you guys. We are live. I was gonna do a countdown, but I can't find the freaking icon for it, and it's still not coming up. I must have deleted it by accident. But we're live. Happy Thursday, January 25th. How's it going, Piggy? How's your day? How you been?
So, the past 2 days, I was in meetings from like 8 o'clock in the morning till about 5:30 at night. So, looking forward to the show and talking to you guys.
Him or me?
Did you break out? You broke out.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yeah, good now.
Oh wow, sorry about that.
You broke out towards the end. You were like in meetings, and then what?
No, I was in nonstop meetings for the past 2 days. So I've been looking forward to the shows like that, and like just chopping it up with you guys throughout the week. So I'm just happy to be here.
It's like work is work, right? And then like family is family, and then like whatever comes before, like before the show is like I'll get all of it done to be on this thing tonight, you know?
Yep, yep.
Like this is like let me go have my little cigar over here. But yeah, I completely I hear you, man. Cool. How about you, Terry? How you been?
Man, I'm tired.
Yeah, see?
The wife got me a Fitbit, so I've been actually trying to get 10,000 steps a day. And yeah, so I was pacing around the couch trying to get that shit in before I came upstairs.
It's addicting, right? It's pretty addicting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel great until you stop. And then it all hits you. Yeah, I almost fell asleep like 20 minutes ago.
What? So Anthony Kennedy's doing the same thing too. I think I'm gonna do a step challenge pretty soon. But what's like? Do you have a number set? Like, is it weight? Is it the number of steps per month or per day?
No.
You got nothing set
I
yet?
think honestly, I'm just trying to stay in the calorie deficit and then getting at least 10,000 as where I'm starting.
Okay.
But I thought with my job I walked a lot more than I do, and I guess I don't because I'm having to pace like 5,000 when I get home.
Yeah, man. My
I
whole
tried
thing
to
is-
I tried the treadmill, but I don't like it.
Yeah. I started liking the treadmill as soon as I put the incline to like 4.5 or 5 or something. It just makes me work out a little bit harder, and I don't know, that makes me get up. I can't do a regular treadmill, just walk. Like that's boring to me.
I do an hour walk every night. It's the only thing that like combats my insomnia. Even sometimes when we're ending the shows and it's like 11 o'clock midnight, I'll go walking for about an hour. If not, I'm up to 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Where do you walk at night? Like around your neighborhood or?
Yeah, it's a college called Agnes Scott in my neighborhood. So it's about 30 minutes one way and an hour, so there and back is an hour. It's a pretty like safe walk, well lit, patrolled and everything. So it's pretty relaxing. And it keeps me out the statue groups.
Yeah. 1 hour. So really quick, I got my nieces watch this some from time to time. I got this from my nieces. They have a pug, and I thought this was the funniest thing ever. It's a pug dressed up in a Darth Vader suit. So I might regift this thing because it's so funny. But then, like when you open it, it has it's just the dog barking the whole Star Wars thing.
That's dope.
Yeah, it says bark inside or bark side.
That's dope.
And then they gave me this cup. I don't know if you guys could recognize who this is.
Yeah. It's a Rancor.
It's the Rancor. So the cool thing about this cup, it's a cookie holder too.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's dope. That's clever.
yeah, I love them for it. Like I'm horrible at buying gifts, but they're I don't know if to them it seems, I don't know if it's easy for them, but I love this thing. So they're the best at buying gifts. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then what's the name? Mr. Books got me a bunch of stuff too, and I was like, oh, it's my birthday. I felt crazy today. I was like, oh my god, it has to be my birthday. It's my birthday and everything. But yeah, I got some cat stuff.
He sent the calendar too, right? Wasn't it a calendar?
There's right here. I gotta hang everything up.
Oh, that's dope.
I know, right? I gotta open it. I should open it right now since it's like horror night. But while I'm opening this, the Midnight Meat Train. No spoilers, But what do you guys think of this movie without any spoilers? Like, what do you guys think?
Why without spoilers?
I know, right? But like overall, did you guys like it? Did you guys expect it to be good? Like, did you guys hear about it before?
I chose it because I've seen the trailer like 10 years ago, and it's Clive Barker, so I've always wanted to see it. And plus, I know the main guy who didn't say a word, and you don't find out until the end why. But he's in a lot of Guy Ritchie movies, so that's why I wanted to see it. But where we end up at the end, I mean, it kind of made me think about the last movie, The Barbarian, because like that's kind of the creatures. That's the creatures at the end. It's like look just like the crazy old lady. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
I love the movie. It's funny because you said Guy Ritchie. When I initially watched it, I saw it when it first came out in 2008, and I can't believe, like, revisiting it, that's been 16 years ago already. That's crazy. But it was worth the revisit because I couldn't remember any of it. Like, I had forgotten some of the people that were in it, like Brooke Shields. So it was definitely worth the revisit. It's a great movie, and I initially watched it because it's a Clive Barker film. And when you see Clive Barker, I think I've liked everything he's ever done except for Lord of Illusions. So,
that's what I was gonna pick.
Sorry.
Oh, really? Wow.
Sorry, Terry.
No, I mean it's probably gonna be my next pick. We'll see. I might watch it. Before I recommend it.
Real quick pivot. Shout out to Cash. He was having some technical difficulties, so he's not on.
It's all good. Yeah. Well, Cash, before you leave or before whatever, let us know your rating on this so we know, so we can let everyone else know. But this movie, I love the guy Vinnie Jones. Like, he's a badass in every movie like I see him in. And then somebody, like, I try not to watch the trailers to these movies, but when I saw Bradley Cooper, I was like, what? Like, I never expected him to be in this movie. It's weird to see him in this movie. It is a good movie, but just like no one ever told me that he was in this movie. Or in a horror movie.
What's funny is Terry mentioned that that he watched it because dude was in a lot of Guy Ritchie movies, and I've never watched a Guy Ritchie movie fully through. And one of my best friends, if he even hears Guy Ritchie, he's going to the movie that day and watch it. And the first thing he said was, I was like, hey, I'm watching Midnight Meat Train again. And he was like, yeah, dude's in all the Guy Ritchie movies. I was like, I gotta go.
So you don't like his style?
Twice I tried to start watching one of his movies, and I only knew about him because he was married to Madonna at some point, and I fell asleep in the movie both times. Not that it was boring. Maybe I just had something going on. And I said I'll revisit it because I saw The Simpsons doing parodies of his movies. So I'm like, he must be pretty good.
Do you remember which movie it was?
I don't, but I may own it. That's the craziest part.
It's funny. Me and the wife are gonna start doing Guy Ritchie movies this year. So.
Oh, there you go. I do like watching those, Terry, by the way, when you and your wife do the reviews, because she's like complete opposite sometimes of what you.
Yeah.
That's
oh, yeah. Did you see them do Candyman?
Yeah. I never watched that movie or that version. That's the newest version, so I never watched that one.
It's good. It's probably the only actually direct sequel to the first one, I would say.
Yeah. Well, I think it's spoilers enough. Like, if you guys haven't. All right, so. I'm going to share this IMDb page because so it is, let's see if this works. Yep. So Midnight Meat Train 2008. I think I saw some of you guys talking about it today about like it being like what 20 years old or something like that, or
16.
16, yeah. And I was like, I would have never guessed, man. Like these guys don't age or something.
Money.
But Yeah, man. But it's an hour and 40 minutes, rated R, and basically the movie is about a photographer's obsessive pursuit of dark subject matter leads him into the path of a serial killer who stalks late night commuters, ultimately butchering them in the most gruesome ways. Man, like the hammer freaked me out. The freaking like Bradley Cooper acting like a dumbass with the camera. I was like, oh, all right, come on, man, you got to freaking get out of there, man. Like I know it's like your dream to become famous with those with your photography and everything, but Jesus, man.
I was just in shock that Brooke Shields was in there because I don't know
Yeah,
how I forgot that, but she was his like the photographer, like she's the person that can put you on in the photography industry. She's holding all these like galas and exhibits and shows, and he tried to take her like some regular pictures of just capturing New York. She's like, nah, this ain't gonna get it. I need some risque, some real like riveting stuff, and that's really what set him further down that journey.
cast is Vinnie Jones, Bradley Cooper, Leslie Bibb, and like you said, Brooke Shields, Roger Bart, Tony Kern. Like I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about that guy, and Barbara Eve Harris and Peter Jacobson. But good cast, man. Like a solid cast for a horror movie, especially.
I feel like everybody is known.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, even that Roger Bart guy, I've seen him in other shit.
Cab, what's up, Cab? Welcome back, man. Cab says I haven't seen this movie in a while. Don't remember much about it.
Really, Cap? Wait, you don't
Cab.
remember Midnight Meat Train, but you remember everything. And what was that movie Cap made us watch?
The Wailing.
Yeah, the
Fiends.
whaling.
Yeah.
How dare
I'm
you,
gonna
Cap?
drink to that. But the movie starts off. It's really cool how it starts off because it starts off with like a random guy waking up. The whole time I'm thinking it's gonna be like Vinnie Jones or something, but it's a random guy waking up, big ass blood pile under him, and it's interesting how it started. He like wakes up, there's freaking blood all over him, and I was like, dang, this movie is gonna be crazy, like bloody, gruesome. But at the same time, I'm thinking like, how are they gonna get away with murders like on the train? So that's like when it gets to the weird thing. Like I like the route they took.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to end up how it did. I just thought it was
Yeah.
about some crazy guy on a train killing people, and yeah, we went somewhere else.
I'm kind of sad that there was more. That there was not more because if you really read up on it, it came out of one of like Clive Barker's novels, and it was just like a chapter. You know what I mean? Like it goes way beyond that. So you would think that by it being so good, that they would have made like part two, part three, or gone further into the.
Wasn't the Midnight Meat Train just like a short story? It wasn't actually like a full book. I don't think it was in like the Books of Blood, which was
Yeah, good point.
short stories.
Oh, okay.
I haven't read any of it. I have
So,
Hellraiser over there, and I still haven't read that.
Yeah. So it starts off with this guy, and then like he wakes up, or what happens? Like, doesn't he just like? What happens? Some guy comes up against him, right? Like then it goes to the next scene, which is like the boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yep. Leon and Maya.
Yeah. Then you see both of them together. Bradley Cooper. I thought she looked amazing. Completely forgot about
Man.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her better in this than in. Even though I couldn't stand her in this, I like her better in this than I did in Iron Man 2 and I forgot
Yeah,
the
that's
other
where she's
movie
from.
that she was in. Yeah, she was in a few movies.
Yeah. But then like it jumps to the Bradley Cooper's trying to get a job, and well, he already has a job. He's just trying to like nail that job like you guys were mentioning. I think it was Terry about that, or was it a Piggy?
Yeah,
What was that?
he wants to impress Brooke Shields and
Brooke
get
Shields.
like the photography exhibit, like be displayed at one of her shows.
Yeah, and actually, the girlfriend, she is telling Bradley Cooper like, "Hey, like I got this friend who could hook you up with with somebody that could give you a good job, right?"
Yeah,
And
Susan. Susan
Su-
was the Brooke Shields character's name.
I know I've seen this guy before. I just don't remember exactly where. Do you guys know this guy?
He looks
can't-
familiar.
Yeah, I just can't recall what he was in.
So then you find out like so he's taking pictures, and then like the boss says like, I'm looking for more real, you know, I want real, like I want the dark real stuff, I want in the moment kind of stuff. So then Bradley Cooper goes like, I'm gonna go out 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, go out to the train, and finds like 3 guys like feeling up on this girl, and I could share the clip, Piggy, if you want. Just
Please
let me
do.
know.
Please do.
I'll
Yeah,
load it up right now.
I sent Casual a few of my favorite clips. I was like, I know he's not going to show it, but because they have some good graphics in this movie. I think it still holds up in 2024.
If we get canceled, it's okay. I get. All right, let me mute this so it doesn't take out any of that. But so he's taking pictures, and he runs into these 3 guys. He stops them from, you know, getting her, you know, whatever. And turns out this girl is a superstar, you know. So, but while she's on the train, she thinks she's going back home. I don't know what superstar is going on the train at 2 or 3 in the morning, but anyway, this happens. What? Goes back on the train, and freaking our guy comes and finishes his job, you know. You saw that?
Like one good clean swipe.
Look at that. That's...
left swiped it.
Right.
Oh man.
So at this point, do you guys still think like this guy is like a crazy guy just on a train, or what are you guys guessing at this point?
Yeah, I mean that's all we've been shown is him just killing people on a train at 2 in the morning.
Yep.
Jesse Hernandez says, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I saw wrong movie on wrong website. Very titular, a lot of nudity and not family. Meat.
Yeah,
Midnight Meat Train.
you can't watch it on the 21 and older sites. You got to go to the regular.
Well, Jesse, if you could send me the link, and we'll do. Nah, but yeah, he kills this girl. This is the first clips we see where, you know, who the murderer is, and he just kills her. The scenes in this movie kind of like threw me off. It went from like murder scene to like, you know, let's have a baby. Let's like, you know, let's we're like best friends. It's like, it's kind of weird. And this is where you find out that like he submits the photographs to the new boss lady, and she loves it. She's like, I just need 3 more, and we'll have a solid deal. Yeah, Bradley Cooper, I don't know if he's the perfect person for this role, man. But if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have remembered this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
He was
His
great.
face sticks out. Yeah, he was great.
But the movie was good, like on its own. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
I feel like he's an A-rated, like, or you know, top tier actor. If it was some other actor, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wow.
For me. But like, we'll talk about it a little
He
bit
was
more.
good, but I wouldn't say his performance in this was like unreplaceable, or you know, somebody else could have done it.
That's how I feel. I think the story stands pretty strong on its own, and they could have thrown like pretty much anybody in the role, and I would have still.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Well, back
But this
then,
is
I mean, this was before Hangover.
before
right?
he was famous.
Yeah.
2008. But then I got this little snapshot. Like,
this was the second scene that I sent you that I said was like.
Oh, you got it too.
One of my favorites. Yeah.
Well, you gotta play Piggy's audio commentary though.
No, oh yeah, I was just like, I know Casual is not gonna let us watch it.
See if it works. Let's see if it works. So boom, boom, boom. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
All right. I got one more, but I know
Can you guys hear
Steve
it?
isn't gonna let us.
Yeah.
This is such a dope. I got one more, but I know Steve isn't gonna let us hear it.
Than the plate. Maybe he didn't sleep.
She is stupid.
Oh my
Whoa!
god!
Best scene of the whole movie.
Can you imagine that guy being that guy in the theater going, "Oh, that's the best." That was gruesome. That was so gruesome.
I just feel like she saw it in slow motion for like 5 minutes and still just stood there to do nothing.
That's
It's
why.
pretty.
That's why they had it coming, man. She just sat there and did nothing, and then she ended up slipping on the eyeball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, up to this point, I'm just like, all right, this is a crazy, crazy guy just killing random people because, like, they were rich. There weren't like any type. There was like no, what's it called? I still couldn't figure it out.
Like he didn't have a
was killing
pattern.
everybody.
Like
Yeah,
there
he
was
didn't
no
have a pattern,
pattern,
that's
no
the
rhyme or
point, yeah.
reason as to who he was choosing. Just who's ever on there at the 2 a.m. hour.
Yeah.
I don't remember when it was, but there was the one guy who fought him, gave him a run for his money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the black dude with the machete.
And that's when you see that the driver finally get out and help him.
That was creepy. Yeah, but like Rampage Jackson is his name. He's in UFC. And yeah, then this is the part where I was like, wow, they
I
were...
enjoyed this scene because it was like first person. And
that was
of him hitting her, and then like they show her head rolling around and looking at her own body.
Yep. Dude, when she slipped on that eyeball, I knew that this was a quality caliber movie.
That's when you were like, this movie's getting good.
Yeah.
So so this in theaters?
I think I saw it in the theater, or I may have saw it. I don't know if you guys remember FearNet. That they used to show like a lot of the horror movies like same day, but you just paid like $2 and they had.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, they just saw it in movies for FearNet.
So then this is when Bradley Cooper is following the guy trying to get more pictures for some crazy reason, and then Vinny's like, it's cool because Vinny's not speaking, like he's not speaking at all, and the whole time I'm also like, okay, he's a little bit badass, but like, you could say that, fuck off, use his British accent or something, but he don't say anything.
Not till the very end.
Yeah, and the whole time I'm like, there's something up with this guy. He's not like reacting to anything with like his voice. So yeah. Then he chases him down. I don't know why, but he keeps chasing him down even after that little incident. And this was cool. I thought the way he waits until like he goes to work, then he directly comes to the subway, but he waits at the subway until like the last train. I like how it showed that. It's like a little time lapse or something.
With his like little murder tools in his bag. And I don't know if you grabbed this one, but I love the scene where the children come up to him and they're selling candy, and you don't know if he's about to murder them, but he ends up just giving them some money for the candy.
Yeah, I didn't grab that one. He grabs $1 out of there.
Yeah. That was pretty dope because it was a little suspenseful. Like, all right, is he gonna kill these children? Like, you just don't after he's beheading people and knocking out eyeballs, you don't put anything past him. So when he gave him the $1 for the candy, I was like, okay, they're getting psychological with it.
And then this is where you guys were talking about Rampage Jackson. He's a UFC fighter, and I thought this was when it went crazy. I was like, oh wow, he's actually, you could hurt this guy, and because for some reason at the same time I was like, all right, this guy's gonna be a demon, or he's gonna be I don't know. But as soon as I saw Rampage Jackson like hit him in the ribs and him react to it, I was like, whoa, he's actually...
Yeah, Rampage was like giving him that work for a minute, It was a good fight.
I wasn't thinking anything supernatural though, man, until the very end when we saw it.
Yeah. This is where then you get so it's Rampage Jackson versus him, right? And then like
Yeah.
I think Rampage Jackson is getting the hold over him. Like he's like, he's holding his own, but then the conductor out of nowhere comes out of nowhere and just points the gun at him and just shoots Rampage Jackson. And I'm just like, this is not what I expected. Like another like, weird thing going on. And
Oh, we left out one thing. In between some of these times where Leon, the photographer, is following, I think Mahogany is the name of the killer of Vinny. He went to the cops to try and tell them what was going on, and he was showing. He tried to show her like the pictures that he captured of like when the Asian chick that got her head knocked off or knocked to the side was being attacked and everything, and the cop was she was totally dismissing him and not really paying any attention to him. So, and that's pretty important to the plot. Yeah.
Yeah. So the conductor freaking comes out of nowhere, shoots him, and he tells the guy like, "I'm disappointed." That's where I was like, okay, this is this is getting a little freaky right now. I think that's where it got like this is where it got really good for me. Like I was like, I wonder who this guy is, because you don't see him until the very end. Like again. Oh, you know who this actor is, by the way?
Yeah.
Terry had to remind me because I totally forgot. I had 100% not even once he said it, I couldn't unsee it, but I was straight oblivious to it.
He's in the movie John Wick.
He's in Underworld.
Underworld.
Marcus.
Yep.
Marcus.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's in the world too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's
John
also
Wick.
in the later seasons of Sons of Anarchy.
I love that show. Let me think.
He's the one. I think he's Jerry's vice president, where Jax kills Jerry.
Oh,
Jerry
yeah. His eyes always get to me, man. They're always creepy. Yeah. Oh, then Bradley Cooper is sleeping. He has dreams, weird ass dreams, and he has a dream of him being on a train. I think he was killing somebody, but then he goes to first person again, and it shows him as the killer. And I was like, the fuck? What's going on here?
Starting to set you up for the end. Like I don't know. Maybe they chose him from the start. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure it out still, but yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit. But then this was weird. I still didn't understand this one. So then this guy goes back home and he's like cleaning himself up. But what did you guys think of this scene?
When I saw this scene, I was like, this dude is dying. And I was like, maybe that's why Leon is having those dreams. Honestly, that's when I kind of figured maybe Leon is going to be his replacement or something, because he's having these dreams. Because remember, this dude was coughing. Like even one time when he went to kill some people, he got sick when he went to grab his mallet and he was kind of weak. And then he kind of snapped back into it. So, by the way, this scene is the only scene that grossed me out in the entire movie. It was pretty disgusting watching him take all of the stuff out. And then he took some pills, remember? He took some meds. So I just figured he was dying.
Yeah, I have no idea, because then he put him in a little cup and he was storing them for later or something.
I don't know. We never really find out how old he is either. So I don't know if it's something supernatural. Now that we know what happens at the end, maybe it was something supernatural. I don't know.
It was gross either way, though. It was gross.
This grosses you out.
Yes,
people's heads
grosses
falling
you
off.
out. Yes.
Little medicine cabinet is full of his little wart pimple things.
Yes.
Oh yeah, when you say it like that, yeah. Yeah, and then Bradley Cooper again follows him, but then he gets caught, and the whole chase scene was pretty funny. I thought he jumps on top of the meat, and then he hangs on top of the meat just to hide his legs.
You do kind of have to wonder though, right now, if he knew that this guy was a candidate to replace him, and that's why he didn't go so hard to kill him. I feel like he could have.
I think so. And I don't know if you captured this. Did you capture when they put the mark on him? Remember the same mark that's on the killer's on Mahogany's ring, they carved into Leon's stomach. And that's when I was
Yeah,
like, okay, they're setting him up to join whatever they got going on.
that was later on though. I didn't expect that like thing on his chest to. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about that. They got me though. But yeah, this is like where they get gets chased, and this is the scene where you're talking about, Piggy, where the kids come and try to like sell him
Oh yeah,
candy.
yeah.
Still gets chased. I couldn't get a good picture of this, but then this is where he starts taking the bodies apart. What did you
Oh
guys think of
yeah.
this?
That was brutal. Ripping the teeth out like with the pliers or the dental
Mhm.
tools. Yeah. Tearing into the like ligaments in the back of the ankle and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
taking each tooth out, taking the nails apart,
shaving their
shaving
head.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still kind of this thing something about black market people,
Yeah.
cannibals. But I mean, I
That's what I
wasn't.
was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
What
thought
thing
they were,
at the end? But yeah,
yeah. It's so hard not to talk about the end without spoiling it. But yeah, then like his girlfriend's freaking out because he comes back with that no. Basically Bradley Cooper gets captured too, right? In this scene?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when they put the mark on him. The same mark
Yeah.
that so the killer has a mark on his ring, or has a ring with a mark on it, and then they kind of carve that same kind of primitive symbol into the chest of Bradley Cooper of Leon. And then they let him go.
Yeah, it's that weird to me out too. Like, how come they let him go? They probably implanted something in his brain or in his body, like it's gonna be a tracker or something. But I did not think. Yeah, again, talking about that end, I didn't see that coming. But he goes back home. His girlfriend's like freaking out, saying like, what's happened to you? You've been gone all night, and then he's come
they
back
took
with
his
like
camera too. Yeah, they took his
yeah,
camera
yeah,
And mind you,
because he
before
was.
this, she asked him not to abandon this mission. Like, don't take any more subway nighttime pictures. And he lied and said he wouldn't, and he went right back. My bad, Terry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that he took pictures of that whole thing before he got captured, and they took his
oh
camera.
yeah, that's right. Um, I guess she's like trying to figure out what's happening. So she grabs this guy and goes like, we're gonna go to that guy's house and get his camera back for him because no one's believing us, right? At this point,
Which
I
was
was
the
like, all right,
stupidest. The
I know.
stupidest. At this point, I wanted them dead. It's the point in the movie where I want people dead, and I wanted them dead.
This is the part where I was like, all right, man, stop playing the stupid card and like just they're gonna go to the killer's house and we're gonna go try to get a camera. Like the guy caught him at the subway. What why would he bring it back home? He would just throw it away somewhere in the subway, right? Like or something. He wouldn't bring it back home. But he did eventually, but it was just yeah.
But even
I
if
get the
he
conflict
did,
with him. Yeah.
why would you break into a suspected serial killer's home? That's the most insane thing. Like they were crazier than he is at that moment.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, but this guy gets he doesn't get killed here. He just gets like his
The
head
hammer.
knocked out. Yeah, he gets a hammer. And this is the part where I thought he was getting possessed because like basically he's seeing his work being sold, like what he always wanted. But then he stares at that guy's picture, the picture he took of him, and goes like, it stays silent for a good minute, and he's just like, I guess he's thinking, I gotta find this guy, or I'm gonna kill this guy tonight, Or what you guys think about that scene?
When I first saw this scene, after okay, so after they carved the initial in him or the symbol in him, and then they let him go, I kind of knew at that point whatever they got going on, they're pulling him into it. So like Terry said, where he said he thought he was possessed, I was like, whatever type of hold they have over these people in this group, I guess it's taken over him now too, because all he ever wanted was this art show. And she's like, all right, this is your moment. You got to meet some people. And he's like, nah, I'm leaving. I had a train.
I got a train.
Yeah.
That was the worst line in the whole movie, though.
Yeah.
I got a train.
Yeah.
What'd you think up to this point, Terry?
I mean, I still didn't know what to think. I mean, I didn't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I always suspected that cop, though. I mean, she just looked shady. But I mean,
Oh
I
yeah,
really,
the cop.
I
Yeah.
still wasn't thinking we were about to get what we were about to get.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Terry. They went back to that cop lady who Leon, the photographer, went to initially. His girlfriend went after she kind of
After
yeah
her friend got the mallet, yeah.
yeah after he was like brutalized. She went and she had like the train schedules, like everything she swiped from Mahogany's apartment, and she was showing it to the cop, and the cop was like, "You need to return that to his apartment, or I'm gonna arrest you for breaking and entering." Like, she
Yeah.
wasn't interested at all.
Yeah, there's like a murder, but she's talking about that. That's where like it was starting to get okay. She's a bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where I had seen her before, but it ended up being, I think, Prison Break.
The cop lady?
Yeah.
So he goes like, I'm gonna go catch my bus or catch my train, and at the same time, this girl decides to go to the train too. And I'm just
Well,
like,
the cop tells her. The cop
oh
tells her
yeah,
that your friend is on the train.
Oh yeah,
That's
she went back to the diner. This lady works at a diner, and she went to get her boss's gun because she's gonna go and just save the day because the cop wasn't any help to her. And she's just ready to bring it to the end. I'll stop there. But this is her with her gun that she doesn't know how to use, getting on the train.
And then Bradley Cooper also goes to the train, but he put his Iron Man suit on, and he was like, I thought that was a little bit. That could have been a deleted scene, I think, because like it didn't help him. He wasn't getting stabbed in the chest or anywhere where the apron covers, I think. Or did you guys see that?
Oh, when he was putting on the apron and putting all the knives and stuff in it.
Well, the apron was like made out of steel or like metal or something. So I was like, this little like Iron Man suit right now.
Oh yeah, he went back to the butcher place where Mahogany worked, and he puts on that iron apron that Steve was talking about and starts loading himself up with knives. Okay, so this is where I laughed when he saw his girlfriend on the train, and he's like, no, he starts racing to catch up with the train. He can't, so he grabs the hook that he grabbed out of the butcher shop and like just jumped and was able to clamp on with the hook. I'm like, all right, he's going full blown like superhero now. But
what I didn't understand was, what the hell was he going to do? Like, what was he waiting on? Like, until he saw her, like, what were you going to do? Let the train go by?
Yeah, that kind of weirded me out because as soon as like he didn't do anything while the train was going like past him, but the second he sees the girl, he like wakes up and he goes like, okay, I guess I'll get on the train. It felt like he wasn't gonna get on a train without seeing his girl. So yeah,
well, he was probably having some brain freeze because this dude has been a vegan and the awful kind where he eats nothing but tofu for years, and now he's all of a sudden getting like as this energy is taking over him. Now he's craving meat and like eating steak off his friend's plate and sopping up the juices and stuff like that. So who knows what was going on with this dude? He was totally like falling apart by this point.
He was changing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bodies on the train, so I couldn't get other pictures because there's like boobs and everything hanging out. This is the cleanest one I could grab. So yeah, he's on the train. Bradley Cooper's on the train. His girlfriend's on the train, and his girlfriend is about to get killed. But then Bradley Cooper goes like, "Yeah, this is where she's about to get killed." And
the best friend that got hit with the hammer, he's also one of the bodies that's hanging there on the train.
That's right. Yeah. It's so funny what happens to that guy. But like, yeah, so like she's about to get killed. She's trying to help her friend out too at the same time, which is pretty cool, but she can't overpower the guy. But then Bradley Cooper gets involved. And Even with his Iron Man suit, he runs away from him. And yeah, there's only a. It's kind of covered here, so it can't be getting for that.
You could have put your CMP logo over the
Oh, that's
blue.
what I gotta do for the next movie. Oh, that's what I'll do for the rest of the movies. Oh, that's smart. I'll do that. That's smart. I'll do that. Yeah, CMP like
See,
everywhere.
I should be running your campaign, Casual.
I know, man. That's so smart. But then, like, this part was like, all right, he wants to kill him, you know, like, but they fight him. But then, like,
I don't
What-
know.
what
To me, it's like tryouts, I guess. I don't know. Or,
I
But
guess
the
so, yeah.
girlfriend, she was shooting at him, and she was shooting like everything but him.
yeah,
Like everything.
like Pulp Fiction.
Yes, yeah, it was terrible. So at that point, I was like, kill her, like now.
So the funny part I was mentioning is like one of the dead bodies is the friend, and like while Bradley Cooper and this guy are fighting, to hold on, the bad guy stabs that body, not knowing it's a friend, and the friend wakes up. He goes like, "Oh," you know, he's freaking out. Then he rips him up apart, and I was just wow, like this is crazy.
It was body parts flying everywhere during that fight.
Oh yeah. Then he grabs on the arm. Bradley Cooper grabs on the arm and starts beating the guy. I was like, oh my god. That movie title sounds like a low budget porno. If you look a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
Jose, Jesse mentions he watched the wrong movie. So if you want to watch that movie,
Hey, Casual. So you know how we post that we're going to be talking about the movie. At least 2 of my friends hit me up, and we're in a group, like a group chat, and they send a screenshot like, so you guys are reviewing porn now? And I'm like, oh, here we go.
I'm surprised we don't got like 1 billion people following us right now after that.
The conductor does say it once, right after this part, right? You know, like stand clear of the meat or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Oh, does he? Oh, I missed that.
he did.
Hey.
Oh yeah,
Pretty much like step away from the meat.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the train stops, and well, first
They
of all,
they
Bradley
push him
Cooper-
off the train. Yeah,
Yeah, Bradley Cooper pushes
Which-
him off.
I don't know the whole Zombieland thing, man. You didn't. That's what I was thinking. If you didn't see that motherfucker die, he's not dead.
He's not dead. Yeah. I mean, you push him off in like a fast ass train, like
That don't
I would say
matter.
like
It's a horror
9.
movie. You didn't see
That-
him die. He's not dead.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But then, like, they think they kill him, but the train completely stops, and it's just all black outside. There's like no other stop. There's like no other. There's no people out there, other than this like weird noise coming out of nowhere. Come to find out, there's these guys there though. They're like demons, or I don't know what they were.
Does he say what they are?
I don't think so.
So when I was researching, it said that they're these these primitive entities, and if they don't feed them, they'll come in. Like 2 a.m. is their feeding hour, so that's why he kills those people around that time. And if they don't feed them, they'll come up and start eating the people themselves. So that group, like, well, anyway, I don't want to like go too far into it, but
We're pretty
they're
much
just
there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're pretty much there. Yeah.
so they're entities, and the group, like, so while you saw the ring on the on Mahogany's hand and the symbol that they carved into Leon's chest, and even the cop is a part of it. That's why she was nonchalant. That symbol is for their group, and their group are like designated to feed these entities to make sure they don't come up and just start eating everybody. So in a way, as twisted as it is, they're the good guys, because if they don't if they don't feed them, they're gonna come up and eat everybody.
Well, it's like, I mean, does that make them like unkillable?
The monsters?
Yeah, because I mean, just if you kill them, they ain't eating nobody.
I'm guessing they're unkillable because like to keep feeding them all the time like that, like especially like I don't know the way they are through that train. I'm sure that's their last resort or whatever. But I kind of like the design of these guys. Like you didn't get to see them too much, but you could tell like they were.
This is what I was saying. They're like the lady from Barbarian is related to these things, and they
Wow.
both live in deep dark holes.
Yeah. These are the other houses right here.
I think we should send Jay these symbols and I mean these pictures and ask him to like give this to us as our third skill and quarter skill statue next year.
Oh, there you go. So train stops, and then like Bradley Cooper and this guy get in a fight, and one of you guys were mentioning like the reason why he couldn't speak. I forget who it was.
Well, you still don't know. And right here, he says "welcome" as he's dying.
Yeah. Oh,
But
that's
then
right,
the conductor comes out of nowhere and cuts, I guess, Leon's tongue out. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's when you realize, oh shit, that's why the dude never said nothing.
No,
And
but that was cool too because the conductor he picks up Bradley Cooper with one arm or one hand, like with like he has superpowers or something, and he just pulls his tongue out and just cuts it, like he had. So then, like Terry said, like that's where you find out. I don't know if this guy was a demon too, or he is some type of. I gotta read up on this thing
Well,
because it was
they
kind of
mentioned like
confusing.
one time when Bradley Cooper's doing all his research that this has happened like before, so they've been doing this for hundreds of years.
yep.
So you never really know how old Mahogany was or how old this guy is. Or,
Remember when he went to the library and he was looking on the microfiche of all the articles and it was just going back as far as they had records that it was happening.
Oh yeah, that's right.
and it's the same butcher shop.
Yep. And there's an entrance in the butcher shop into the train, like into one of the train stations.
Yeah, I like the scene though where Bradley Cooper's tongue got ripped out. I was like, God, now it completely makes sense why that guy wasn't speaking. But so like we were saying earlier, like this guy, he gets that stuff embroidered into his chest, and this guy tells him, well, he basically first kills his girlfriend, like rips her guts out and everything. But then he tells him, like, you're now one of us, Bradley Cooper, and now you're gonna help us keep all this stuff on check.
Yeah, he like pulled her heart out and everything.
Yeah. No, but what I found weird, like, didn't he eat Bradley Cooper's tongue too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's one of them because he's completely chill out there with all these monsters. And he's the one like I guess their lair is at the last stop on the train. So maybe I don't know if he's one of them and he can like maybe blend in with humans or he's just chosen to be the feeder of these people, but he has supernatural powers with how easily he was able to lift up Leon and eating his tongue and everything. So
yeah.
And then like, yeah, this is where you find out Bradley Cooper becomes the new guy.
Yep.
That's the end of the movie, and freaking, I was lost. I kind of these are one of the movies where like you watch it till the very end and you're like questioning a bunch of things, and like, oh, he becomes the bad guy, but what's happening here? What's happening there? It's like you want to do more research on it later on. I thought it was a good movie.
I like the fact that the cop. Well, I didn't like it, but they worked into the plot that the cop was in on it, so it shows you how they've been getting away with it for so long. Because when people come to her with reports, she just doesn't do anything about it, or she buries the evidence.
That's right. Well, I think we already mentioned it was like how we liked it and everything, but what's your score and what's your final thoughts on this thing?
I probably B plus. I mean, it was good. I thought. I don't know, from where the trailer had me thinking, just some crazy killer on a train. And I guess you should have known from Clive Barker it would be something supernatural. But I mean, I don't know. I miss these days where the trailer didn't give the whole fucking movie away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for it to end up where it did, I mean, yeah, I mean, I liked it.
Yeah. I think you said it too, Terry. Like you would have never guessed. Like throughout the whole thing, you were like,
No, some crazy killer, and then when the conductor comes up, you're like, okay, so they're selling bodies like in the black market.
yeah.
You never think something like supernatural like that.
Agreed. B plus. What about you, Piggy?
Strangely, I give it a B plus as well. I would have given it an A, but some of these characters are just so stupid, man. Yes, like Maya, the girlfriend and the best friend, just the point. You know how you see something and it just makes your brain hurt because it just makes no sense. And to break into someone's apartment that you think is a serial killer was just beyond just being too stupid to breathe. So it would have been like an A, but they kind of brought it down a little bit. But otherwise, I love the movie. I love the ending. I love when you incorporate different genres. Like, okay, it's kind of like serial killer type horror movie, but then it's like a supernatural type horror movie. Then it's like the monsters are here type horror movies. So you had like three different genres. And then it was like a mystery, like a Hitchcock type of solve the mystery suspense type of horror movie. So you got about 5 different genre or subgenres of horror thrown into this movie. And Clive Barker generally doesn't disappoint. So for sure, I love the movie. It was definitely worth a rewatch.
Awesome. I give it a B. I'd give it a B plus maybe, but there's like there's one sex scene where it's just like, all right, they're having sex on the counter. This is this is sex and everything.
She looked like she liked it, man.
Yeah, but not in the diner, man. We gotta eat in there.
I know, but
I know, but to me, it's
well, he was eating in there, so
I mean,
wow.
it did not look like she was enjoying herself.
Yeah, like this movie, this scene is kind of out of nowhere, and I did also like how the beginning started off with that random guy, and at the very end of the movie, it circled back to him. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yes, I remember.
I like that. As far as horror, it definitely like got me intrigued to that's the killer. There's like there's gonna be something mafia related, or like Terry was saying, like they're selling body parts or something like that. But the mystery was just the way it unravels. It just kept going. Like I would have never guessed this, but not in a bad way either. We're like, oh, that's a dumb ending. Like I would have like done without that ending. So, but yeah, the random scenes, sex scenes, like and the dumbass friend, all that stuff. For me, it's a B. It's not bad. I definitely would say definitely check it out. It's like a movie I don't think I've seen before. Like someone else does.
I think it's worth owning.
Yeah.
Oh, really fast because he mentioned Guy Ritchie and he asked what movies I had, and I had to go to my database. I had a spreadsheet. So one is called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah, that's like
Rock and
one
Roller.
of the first ones. Rock and Roller, that's probably my favorite.
I'll watch it tonight.
Knight did say it got an A plus because of the sex. Nice.
But yeah, Rock and Roller or the Gentleman. You gotta watch the Gentleman.
Let me add it to the list.
Well, we always end this with like a score, but we also end it with a what movie is next. I don't know whose turn it is this week.
I believe it's yours.
It's yours.
It's my turn. Do you guys remember what's that movie called where that which actor is in there? It's basically about a guy that has a sports car, but he can't die in the sports car. It's a very famous actor. He finds these 3 girls he's trying to kill, but he can't kill them. Do you guys remember that?
You're not talking about the one with
Sounds
Kurt Russell.
vaguely remember being familiar.
Is it the one with Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell, yeah, that's the guy. Kurt Russell.
It was in part of that double movie feature.
That Planet Terror, that Grindhouse.
It's the other one. It's the other one. Planet Terror was the one with
Rosie
McGowan.
O'Donnell. Yeah,
Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan. Where she had the shotgun on her leg, right?
Planet Terror.
What's that?
That's the other one.
I got it too.
Death Proof. Yeah.
Death
Would that count as one movie, or should we watch both? No, Death Proof
what's
is
what's the runtime?
let me double check. Death Proof. Blah, blah, blah. It came out in 2007.
I actually saw the whole thing in theaters with the wife.
I saw it at the drive-in.
Wow, Death Proof is 2 hours and 7 minutes.
I mean, I would think that would count.
Yeah.
I think
That's
so.
just Death Proof, or is that the whole thing?
I'll show you what I'm looking at. I've seen this movie like a while back, but I've always wanted to review this movie.
I've only seen it the one time.
Me too.
This girl's leg when it pops out.
Yeah, isn't that Rosario whose leg goes flying? I don't remember.
Oh, was it? Yeah. No, because she lives towards the end because like she kicks his face in or something.
Okay. I know
Grindhouse.
somebody's leg goes flying.
Dang. So look, as I'm looking for Death Proof over here in the movies, I own Midnight Meat Train, and I sat there looking through 2-3 different like streaming platforms.
It was free for me.
I watched it on something called Plex.
On Amazon, it said free with ads, and then I didn't see one single ad. So, yeah.
Oh, so Cash left his review. Cash says, this movie, my grade is a B. It was a solid watch. However, don't think I'll be rewatching anytime soon.
I
So,
told the wife the story, but she has no interest.
I think it's 2 hours, man.
I just don't remember this being 2 hours. But
Yeah, that's the thing too. Let me put Death Proof runtime because yeah, I think it's both of them
Maybe it's both
combined.
together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Planet Terror is one of them. That's the one with Rose McGowan's like shotgun leg.
it's an hour and 27 minutes.
still, that's still 90 minutes.
Is that good? You guys think?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Something about this movie I remember liking a lot. Hopefully, hopefully
You just showed us what it was.
yeah. There's that scene too. That freaking scene. Well, okay, you guys. Well, Midnight Meat Train, recommend it. Definitely check it out. Gets a B plus. But Terry, you say buy it. Piggy, you say buy it too.
Yeah.
Well, he has it.
I own it.
Oh yeah. Come to find out he owns it. Death Proof will be next week, and Jesse, Kat, well, whoever wants to join in next week, let us know, and we'll add you. You guys are always welcome to join in. But yeah, man, it's been a busy week. This weekend, got a couple of conventions nearby, so I'll go stop by those. You got anything else coming up this week for you, Piggy, or anytime soon?
So there's a little mini Atlanta comic convention in February. I think February 9th through 11th. So if you guys are in the area or looking to travel, come on down. I'll be checking that out. Might do a little cosplay. Not sure, but yeah.
I haven't done that yet. I have not cosplayed yet.
Yeah,
Take
it's
pictures.
coming. Yeah, for sure. I will. And that's about it, man. Nothing on the statue front really, except for the existing pre-orders. I got to replace my HVAC unit, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It was
But,
60.
You got
67
home warranty, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But it still takes time. Yeah, definitely. But it was 67 degrees here today. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 60 degrees. And then Monday it's supposed to snow.
82 here today, man. 82. I felt like summertime again in these attics.
We got back to the 60s. We got back to the 60s, thankfully, because the day that HVAC went out, we fell into the teens for like the first time in 10 years. So, yeah.
You're in the teens? You're like 6 hours from me. Why are we in the 80s?
No, just the days that the HVAC went out. We've got back to the 60s today.
Okay.
Well, you guys, Terry, you got anything coming up?
Well, no, I'm just putting together a couple of videos this weekend. Murder Machine, I just pre-ordered that today. But I'm probably taking a break next week because I got both kids and the wife's birthday in 3 consecutive days.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
'Tis the season, so that's cool.
I mean, at least, it's over and done with.
Sweet. Yeah. Again, thank you guys. Great movie. definitely. If we can, or if you guys can, like, I want to do more movies, like, more often. Like, 1 week feels like too long, you know. But we'll talk it. We'll talk it out. But I really want to do more movies. I've been doing some movies with Eddie Mondays and when Fridays or whatever, or whenever you can. But always open to more movies. But yeah, you guys, let's get out of here. Freaking enjoy the rest of your Thursday and weekend, and you guys take care. Bye.
Good night.
See ya.